guys, I'm in the Bentley W12 twin turbo. This thing's a nice car. What am I doing in a Bentley, you ask? Well, the Ferrari needed some service, and when that happens, they send you a Bentley to your front doorstep. I wish it actually worked that simply, but not really. My car's been in service for a long time. Parts are taking forever, and I needed a vehicle, so I asked them to send me a car, and they sent me this Bentley free of charge to use. So I'm actually very happy about that, and you know, like, it really helps the experience of my car being serviced. So I'm just cruising right now. I'm going to drop some pieces off that were powder coated for one of the clients, and taking a Bentley. Talk about what it's like to drive a Bentley. This one has the W12 twin turbo engine. It's about 550, 600 horsepower, and it's way different than my Ferrari, so I kind of wanted to go through some differences and maybe a little bit of comparison, because sometimes when you're looking for a vehicle around this price range, you don't have too many options, and it could be narrowed down to something like this. You know, you got like Ferraris, Bentleys, Lamborghini, things like that, around like the $100,000 price range. If you were to pick a Bentley and you don't really know much about it, besides you're just looking off like specs like horsepower, things like that, and how it looks obviously, and you've never actually driven one, I'm going to tell you exactly what it's like. First thing you'll notice, you can almost not even hear it right now. This thing is crazy smooth, extremely comfortable, and it's not quiet, but it has like a really humble sound to it. It's mean with a humble. So if you're more of like an executive kind of guy or woman, this car is definitely for you. I think this is going to be the last day with this Bentley. So I've been driving this car for, it's about almost 3 weeks now, and I thought that's enough experience and driving time with it to give a proper review on the car. So unlike most reviews where you'll have somebody test drive a car for the first time and explain, you know, what they're feeling and everything like that, and you know, just do a bunch of research on the car before they touch it so they know all the specs. This is going to be a little different. So this Bentley was sent to me because my Ferrari is in service, so this is like a loaner car while my Ferrari is in service. So I've been using it for, you know, over 2 weeks, and I thought about doing a review, but I thought to myself, I'm not just going to do a review right off the bat, because I believe it's only after time of daily driving this thing, I've been driving it every single day, that I'll know the true ins and outs of the car, so I can give like a proper review, almost like an owner's review rather than a test drive review, because there's so much that you won't really know unless you're actually using the car every single day, and you really get to know the car and the ins and outs of the car. So first of all, cool ride, very nice car. There's so many things about this car that are different than owning an exotic like a Ferrari, for example. If you're not big on like attention, this is definitely the car for you. Although it does get some attention, it's nothing like the Ferrari. The Ferrari, you go somewhere and you know, you may not be in the mood to talk to somebody, but everybody's asking questions or has to make a comment, or they're hating on you. There's just like, you're never left alone. You can't get fuel, you can't do anything without people asking to hear the engine or hear the exhaust or whatever. And sometimes that's not a good thing. You just want to relax and, you know, enjoy the car and enjoy your day. This thing, nobody asks you any questions. They appreciate the car, they respect the car. You know, you'll see people glancing, but you're not being bothered, and I really like that. I really like that a lot. So that's definitely a positive. Now, driving, this thing has the W12 twin turbo, 550 or 60 horsepower, something like that. I have not done research on this car. I don't need to, I don't want to. I'm just telling you exactly what I feel and what I've experienced. It's not off what I'm reading and what I researched. So this is just, this car got dropped off to my doorstep. I've been using it for 3 weeks, and I'm gonna tell you exactly what's up with it. The power is great. It pulls hard, but it pulls hard in a smooth way. It kind of just like really quietly sucks you back on your seat and gets you up to speed very quickly. It has a lot of low-end torque. It has a lot of mid-range, and at the top it's not really doing much. It kind of flattens out. So power-wise, great. The transmission, not so great. It feels like sloppy. I wouldn't just say sloppy. It feels a lot like you're just driving a Buick's transmission. It's getting you through the gears, but it's not really working with you. Like, it has Triptronic, but it's very delayed, so it's kind of useless. It's only good if you like want to stay in a specific gear for a very long time, and in the regular drive mode you can't do that. Obviously it's going to shift for you, but it doesn't really get you going faster. But yeah, the transmission, it's not that great. Like, you know, you feel like you're just driving like a typical luxury vehicle's transmission. It doesn't feel like a performance tranny where it's, you know, like slamming you into gear and it's like pushing you back on your seat and like it's shifting at the perfect times. It doesn't really feel like that at all. It kind of gets confused. It has like a confused feeling sometimes, like you're cruising and you want to like get going, so you give it some gas and it kind of doesn't know what to do for like a second, 2 seconds, and then it like jumps down in a gear and takes off. Like, it's delayed, it's confused. Transmission feel is not that great. It does not feel like a performance transmission at all. The engine feels great, transmission, no. Smoothness. So, you know, not experiencing this car, you would think, oh, Bentley, so smooth, you know, it's got the W12, it's like floating on a cloud. I think so, I agree with that, but when it's new, this thing's a 2006, it's getting old now, and it doesn't ride like new anymore, and you can feel it, like there's noises, you know, you can kind of feel the wheels, like, hey, does it need like new tires? Like, you can like, you feel like when there's bumps, you kind of hear like things making noises, like you feel like the seat like making like seat noises, and plastic in the dash like shaking around a little. These aren't things you would expect in a Bentley, But I'm sure when it was brand new, it drove way different. Being like a 2006, it's not that smooth. Like you know, a typical like brand new Nissan or something is smoother, quieter ride than this. So keep that in mind also if you're looking for a used one. So there you have my thoughts on the Bentley. I actually missed that car, okay? I missed that car for multiple reasons. One of the reasons why I missed that car, it was for me the perfect car to just hop in and go to the grocery store or wherever I want to go in a comfortable and stylish manner, because I'm a car enthusiast and I like that. Other vehicles that I spend time around don't give me the same feeling as that one did when I do those kinds of things. I took it to a wedding. It was beautiful. It was nice. It suited the scenery of beautifulness. Now, as I had that car for the 2 or 3 weeks, I think it was about 3, the engine light came on for overboost issue, and that made me realize, you know, for an older vehicle, because it wasn't new, I think it was a 2006 or 7, for an older vehicle, when the engine light came on, I was a bit worried, and then I was super happy that it's not my car and I don't need to deal with it. So that kind of got me thinking, if I own this vehicle, it's really awesome, but there's a reason why they depreciate so much, and there's a reason why I would be able to get in it cheap, because the parts are extremely expensive. So once the kilometers get up and you start having issues, people try and just ditch the car. Awesome car, but if you think you're gonna get away with having one for 50K or 40K, 60K, and be done with it and just enjoy it every day, think again. The upkeep, maintenance, and repair is through the roof. So just keep that in mind. However, that being said, it was amazing. I miss it. And I think I'm gonna probably experience another one soon. Like I actually liked it that much. Also, I'm gonna add that during my time with that car, I raced an SRT Charger, SRT8 Charger. It was the 2010 generation. And the Bentley took it out like gone. It was a stoplight race. Off the line, I was gone, and I had car lengths on him very, very quickly by the time we hit about 60 miles an hour. So, and that Charger is typically a fast car. That just gives you an idea of the power of the Bentley. There's no wheel slip, nothing. It just honestly sucks you back and you're just gone. The W12 twin turbo is insane, but comfortable. Final thoughts on the car. For that price range, I would definitely shop around, because you're getting a dated interior, you're getting kilometers and miles on the car, you're gonna get something that's used and ready for maintenance and work for the one that I used, okay? So when you factor in all these things, I would shop around and see if there's anything else maybe newer that makes you feel better. There's definitely gonna be newer vehicles with way nicer interiors, more reliable, warranty, things like that in that price range, even brand new. But is it going to be a Bentley? No. Is it going to have the presence that a Bentley gives? Because when you drive and you park somewhere in that car, the presence that it has, and I've been through it for 3 weeks, I daily drive that car. Okay, I would park somewhere and you can just tell that that vehicle has, like, it almost demands respect. It's kind of weird to explain, but it has that presence, okay? I took it to the wedding, and people were coming up to me, making comments on the car, and kind of treating me different than they would prior to that, if I would have shown up with my minivan. So the vehicle has some presence. Is it worth it?